work. Yeah, should be fine today. I released the thing, and then I have instantly a problem here. Nice. How come that's the thing? Did I not fix that? Well, I would have fixed that. Let me quickly check that. Yeah. Shouldn't that exist? Oops. Mark. Or Onyx to reset external. There it is. So that should work. I'm wondering why. That should have built it. They work now? That works. Weird. It's almost as if it didn't rebuild it. Or something like that. Definitely something to investigate. I didn't have that on Windows, so no, the last tests I did on Windows. But yeah, that should hopefully boot. Yeah. Okay, cool. So all of that works still. So today we will kick off 06. And to be honest, I'm not quite sure what I would want to kick off, but probably not the physics, because yeah, that one will take longer and I wanted something more relaxed right now. So I'm thinking of reviving a couple of systems that kind of got lost along the way. When moving away from the engine project to a game project, and like all the changes to CodeGen and whatnot, there were a couple of features that I think would be nice again to re-add. One being the notification system, and for that the question is, how do I want to add it? Because previously I'm pretty sure it was logger here. Yeah, I think, well, it's still there, but it's not triggering. Okay, so we are still rendering them, but not really? No, wait. That one is not... Oh, that's in here? Ah, okay. So I guess it could be just a system, right? And then you can toggle it based on that. That may be a little bit overkill just for that. I guess it could as well just be in Imgui. Although maybe we don't want to link it to Imgui. But I think if it... then it would need to be that. No, you know what? I think we will make that an engine system. Oh wait. Yeah, for that we would then need type ID and everything. And I think that should be mostly it. Oh. Now the only thing is I need to, of course, include that. Onyx UI. Really? I hate that. It would be really nice if that just works. That search. I think actually, hold on. Yeah, I think I want to move it into that namespace. Does that not work now? Oh. Of course I need to change that. And then... cop value. Decimal to hex. Probably there is a better converter. And then after the UI module, well, yeah, here. AD. The string we can just copy paste. And I like it that it's already called system because that's really what it is. I think maybe this version I finally commit to renaming all of those. Shouldn't you have created that now? It's I think not called on update, right? I think it's just update. Yeah. Nice. So that works again. We of course have all the bad ones. Well, all the validation errors, but basically that works. That's nice. Yeah. It's fine. It's quite spammy right now, but the moment we fix those errors, they're basically not that bad anymore, but that's nice. That was fairly simple. I guess it's more a matter of and if here. Because maybe eventually we get a notification system that just works without imgui, right? Not sure if I need that. Don't think so. Yeah, perfect. Okay. That was number one. That one was very simple. Let's actually submit that one. Push. And then in here. Yeah, I mean, I can probably push that. And then, yeah, that one. Add notifications. Okay. So that one was easy. I think the other one that I wanted to have is the keyboard overlay. Which again, I'm not quite sure where we had that. Guess nowhere? But I think that should be a public ImGUI window. Probably. It's an application. That's a bit odd. Not gonna lie. Then the question is, what was on render? Okay. And it takes the IMGUI system here. Override. Okay. I don't think... Well, I mean, kinda. Fine, I guess. Well, I don't need the input system here then. On render. Thing is, GUI context. Okay. Do I have the input system here? I do. Okay. So I can do .input system. Input system here. Holy moly. So I think I don't necessarily would want this here, but let's leave that for now. Okay, no, that should be fine. Okay. That should do that. And then I need editor module. Probably. Maybe. Okay, not quite. I mean, yeah, not quite actually. So I think what I would want to do is have a new like a new bar here. Debug. And then menu item, or for now let's just do one here. Like that. Oh wow, that is kinda interesting, yeah. Because that doesn't exist in this case. Okay, then we need to do it slightly different actually. Probably the editor main window gets this as a reference. Const. I mean, yeah, in this case it can be const. What do we want? Wait, maybe we... Actually, maybe we don't do it like that. Well, I mean, we maybe still do it this way, but then here... I think we have the invoice system here, right? Yeah. I guess... So we have all the windows. I guess what we could do is... Not sure how we want to do that. That might be an old but new, well, a very similar thing to what we already have, but let's do it simple for now. So that would be probably, I mean, we can do string ID 32, that's fine. To window factory. I mean, basically to... Let's do an index here. Okay, let me think. That is not really what I want. So let's go back one step. Make it simple. So what I want is, I have an ImGUI window, like the keyboard overlay. And basically, well, the ImGUI window, where do I extend that? Because I do think I need more than what I currently have here. Yeah, exactly, I need the window ID, I think. And then basically to, let's do a and index here. So let's Yeah. So I have that here, public window ID. And then I guess for now what we can do is go to application, to IMGUI system, register window, keyboard overlay. I think that should be fine. Application, debug, keyboard, GUI, keyboard overlay, I guess. Hey, Captain Chica. See, I was how many days ahead? 10, 15, something like that. Well, I don't know, a little bit more than that, right? 14th, you said, I think. How are you? Everything fine on your end? So that would be that, and then I guess when we are in the editor, should have not, well, here I guess I could do open window. Can I not open a window based on a name? Sad. I think that should work. Just need to make it work. Took a week of unpaid leave. Oh, okay. Any particular reason or just felt like it? Wire, that is the window ID, I guess, right? None double it up, but do I need that return? Probably not. But is the register? Oh, okay, wait. I kinda need this function here. I miscounted my vacation days, I see. Oh, okay, I see. Well, that is unfortunate. I think that doesn't really work how I would want it to work then. Okay, so we definitely need some changes here for this to work. Question is how and where and what. So I guess what we could do is I see. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. Okay. Close all. Yeah, okay. Let's start fresh. So what I need is a couple of things. Probably I need so that's the factory for why is there a mutex here? Is that even used? Don't think it is. Let's remove it. Okay. So the idea would be this to the window factory, which is fine. And technically each window should have that. And that is basically a string ID 32. Let's use that because then we have debug names as well. And then this is a list of active ImGUI windows, which again is fine like that. Okay, and then the register does a little bit different. So the register actually doesn't do that. We register based on the window ID. And that would be a string ID 32. And then we do that. And here as well. Window ID. String ID 32. Then set name. I mean, technically that would work, right? Could do it like that, for example. that would work. Because then this still works like that. I don't think I need to copy it like that, but whatever, we leave it. That one. That one, and all of that is fine. And then I can add a new. So the unique, what's the difference between unique and open unique? No. Oh wait, that does a search. The other one is exactly the same. Hold on. What's the difference between this one and this one? There is not really any. Why did I do that? If is open is false. Oh, this one is actually looking for any window. Okay, wait, there is a small more difference. Okay. There is a small difference, which I don't think if it makes too much sense. So let's do one more void. Or we can do a tref. No, we do a window, right? MGUI window. Open window. And we give it a string ID 32. And well, it's basically this. Well, it's actually maybe then create new or open new window. Let's call it that. And we get a window type ID, or like actually a window ID, that's fine. And then we are not allowed to do that here. It has to exist already in this case. Okay, yeah. It has to be that. Then we can do this. And then that would be this, and actually in that case, can't we do M windows? That should work, right? Hey, Riverman. Hello. I think we make that private though then. I don't think we want that to be public. And then the idea would be basically here, open new window with the window type ID. We get back a tref new window. And then all of that basically goes away. But we still need to do this. Which is basically register window T with that. Now we'll do the exact same thing here. Well, and the window type ID we still need. We probably change that still slightly, but that's good enough for now. And then, yeah, that register window needs to change. Well, I guess yeah, we can get rid of that. And then just have that make unique here. If we contain it, we just return. We might yeah, we might add that here, right? But for now I think that's good enough. I mean, that will not, yeah, that will not work. I mean, I kind of knew that this doesn't work right away, but I don't think we will have too many issues, probably. Requires 0, but none were provided. Oh, I see. So we need the is constructible. Oh, I see. Hold on, I see. I did probably a couple of small mistakes here. But then, hold on, maybe I don't want to do it like that. I'll find all references, I mean. Yeah. Maybe that was a mistake. How do I want to change that? I guess I guess what I had was fine, maybe. Why do I need actually those input stuff? Because I get the asset system and the input system on register here. I guess that's a thing. Let me revert that probably then. Now we need to still do it different. So I'm still wanting to do this here. I think that's fine. And I do think this is fine here. I don't think that should necessarily be bad. Then close window. Course, close window. That doesn't really work or what? I guess we're never calling that. Well, I guess this one fails there. Okay. Wait. Ah, okay. Why did I not have one? Okay. So that builds again. Let's see, do we have windows? Maybe not. Editor main window. Oh, well, makes sense. Do I need that? Probably not. That would have been nice if that was a compile error. Why was that not a compile error? Ah, that's probably a bug. Okay, so that works again. Yeah, we have the debug window here. But that doesn't do anything, which is fine. Okay. And then the question is, how can I open that? No. Because basically, I guess I'm registering it now, right? Application. Yeah. So it is registered. So I should be able to construct it, right? So I should be able to do imgui. Well, actually, we could have void. And then it's either that, or it's either that, I guess, because it's not unique. So I mean, we can do an overload maybe for that, but yeah. Window ID. Well, let's do string view then, I guess. It's that. Or if that fails, then we try to get the thing by the window ID. And if factory it is not the window factory end, and we basically do that. What? We say m windows and place back. Don't think we need a move here. And a new window. And that's about it. Why is that? Ah, yeah, makes sense. So that should work. Well, I mean, I didn't hook it up yet, but if I do now here, open window, keyboard overlay, which I think is the name. Yeah, that should work. But I would want to automate that a little bit more because that is quite painful. Kinda? Only question is why this button down key 8. Is that might be wrong. Wait. Key code. Probably I need to add the first const expr key or key offset first key. Probably. I think I have to do that to bring it into the correct range. That looks wrong. I think it's off by 1 or something like that. It's probably off by 1. Probably like that. No, it's still wrong. Weird. Why would that be like that? This button down to index. But shouldn't that work? Let's see, what are the key codes here? For example, oh, that worked great. Add watch. Okay, yeah, that is off. So what is the column value for the key code? $240? I mean, the label is escape. I guess I could check the data file. What is the data file again? Okay. $41. Is that correct? $55 minus 17. At 40. No, that's not 41, right? Did I rearrange the key codes? Or what are those key codes here? Is it maybe Windows key codes or something like that? Actually, I might be able to look that up here. Windows key codes. Oh, well, I can't really look it up, never mind. But I guess it's the Windows one, I'd assume, then. Ah. Well, that's unfortunate. So I guess I would need to change that to my keys. But then I would not even do that, right? I would not do that, and I would save it already correct. But I guess I need to change that overlay here, or this one here. So that would be for 55, for example. I don't know what else, but basically that. Question is, I think we had a crash, right? So I guess one of them is not in range or something like that, yeah. Exactly. Key 8 is not in range, which is... I have no idea which one. Alright, so I guess we need to go here. And then have that as a separate view here. Remove that. And go over that. So F1. Not, he is not yet, but zoom. $73, I guess, right? Yeah. Then I basically go that list up. 74. That would be a pain. 75. I mean, you know what? Let's try something. Let's use the good old ChatGPT for that. Okay. Jesus, please stop. Please replace all the key... Well, what is it called? Key IDs or what? Key codes. And then we of course need to help him out a little bit. So that is 17. And with that, he should be able to do it. It would have been nice if you didn't do it like that, but okay. Wait, 74 really? Was it like that? F1? He already fucked it up. How could you how can you... Wait. How can you do that? ChatGPT, what did you do here? How did you frick that? Is escape even correct? How can you be off by... Jesus. Not 58. I don't know what it... I mean, why can't AI even get the simplest thing? I mean, that was really not hard. 55, escape. And he changes it to 58. It's like, how? Jesus, that was the simplest task. Yeah, AI really is the future. Yeah, please let me know what went wrong. Okay, but then still, how are you off by 3? I mean, Jesus, that explanation is like really bad. It's like 55. Should it be? It's 58. And then it's like, oh yeah, I was one off. It's like, what? How can you be? And he didn't even give it to me. Please provide me with a fixed Jameson. Huh, that's weird. I'm not sure why, but to be honest, I had an issue with my microphone, so I'm not sure. Hope it gets better again. But feel free to tell me if it doesn't get better. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Okay, so that at least looks better. We will still do a sanity check. Backspace, for example, or let's do 32. Okay. First test correct. Enter 102. Oh, that might be the other enter, right? Okay. Yeah, maybe I was not talking to the microphone well, or I don't know. Maybe it was me getting muddy, not the microphone. Can you keep the same format as the original? Thank you. Let's see. if he did it correct. So I have a couple of things on the editor side that I want to do over the next couple of days. And then probably we do that for a week or so. So we got like those notifications back, which is nice, right? So I want to do a couple of editor, like smaller editor stuff. And then... Okay, so that keys, those keys work. That works as well. WASD works, space, escape. So I think maybe he did it correct, I don't know. I don't have an unlocked test. Looks fine. Okay. I guess he did it correct. Cool. And then I think I would want to close it again if you like it should be a toggle. So basically editor, main window. Do we add a toggle? Maybe we do a toggle window, right? Why not? Oh. What is that bizarre thing? What? So if we have a window, then we basically say if the window is open, we close it. Otherwise we open. Easy as that. Else... So that should hopefully do it. So we have it here. And then yes. And I do think actually maybe I don't offer that because I thought of something different actually. Can I have this as a checkbox thing? Basically, I would want to have a checkbox in the menu item, but I'm not sure if that works. Oops, wrong one. Here. Okay, well, that is kind of working until it doesn't. Actually, I guess then mgui has window or is window open, something like that, probably. Okay, maybe not. I mean, I guess what we could do is mgui window. Is not null pointer and window is open. And I would basically move that into a general thing so that we can have windows toggleable like that. Shouldn't you be? Oh, fair. Wrong window. Perfect. Why does this? Shouldn't you close it now? Oh, wait. Is that because it was not? No, actually I'm not quite sure. Why did that fail? Oh, because I'm stupid. Because I need to return here when I find a window to reuse. Otherwise I have two. I'm wondering why does it close the menu bar here when I close the window. That one I don't quite understand. Because it doesn't do it when I deselect it. Ah, because of probably the bring to front. It's one of those probably that rigs it. Could be, let's try that one first. It's one of those two. Okay, I guess it's the bring to front then. Okay, maybe not. It's neither of those. So why would you? I don't get that. Why would you then fail? Begin menu bar. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what happens here. It's a bit weird. But yeah, that's something for tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow actually. I'm not streaming tomorrow. Let's say Tuesday. Yeah, I think I will be here on Tuesday. We will do, as I said, in the next couple of streams, a bunch of editor stuff. So what I would want to look at before starting with the physics is, yeah, we brought back the keyboard overlay. I might do the gamepad overlay, although that will be a little bit difficult. We would need to go back to Windows for that. But let's see. Maybe I as well just try to bite the I don't know how to say that in English, but add controller support for Linux, but that sounds a little bit painful because I think I need to do the low level API for that, which I'm not sure if I'm too motivated right now. And I now want to do a couple of those things here, not necessarily a specific one, but yeah. So maybe lock categories actually would be kind of nice. Because I think lock categories would be nice to filter out by now, because we have like quite a lot of logs going on potentially already. So it would be nice if we not only have a severity to filter, but as well categories to filter out. And then for 06 I as well plan to do the undo redo system. So that one is the biggest editor thing I want to do. Because it would be nice to add that now before adding more editor stuff, because it should be a base system, and adding it even it will already be probably quite painful to add now with all the editor stuff we already have. But it would only get worse if we wait. So I will look at that, and then once that is done we go to physics. And that will be a meaty one probably again. I guess getting it up and running will be fairly simple, but actually having it working for the terrain might be a little more work, but let's see. The basic stuff of George should probably be very simple. Yeah, I think that would be mostly it. Oh yeah, hot reload of assets I still want to look as well. So it's like, before we go to physics, I want to do hot reloading and undo redo system, and then we go to physics. It's like those two editor, like polish stuff, and then that. Probably like 1 or 2 weeks for like those two. The hot reload is basically, I think, already still working. I just need to test it and see if it works with shaders and stuff like that. There might be crashes because we reload stuff that shouldn't be reloaded and stuff like that. And we need to enable the logic that it supports that. But in theory, I think, as I'm already loading everything async, it should, famous last words, should be fairly simple to just enable it. And then yeah, undo redo system. That's a bit of a bigger one, but yeah. Alright, I am going to get something to eat. Thank you for joining. I will as well do some research today about controller on Linux, so that maybe I can figure that out. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a nice rest of your evening. Have a nice start into the week. We will see each other on Tuesday. Have a great rest of the evening. I think I already said that. Bye bye. See you during the week.